watching 4OD, the place to see the best Channel 4 programs on demand, whenever you want to watch them.
I told my dad this, y'all go help me. I'm in a man in need, man. I need some help.
In Muslim countries, people turn to Sharia, Islamic law, to resolve their problems.
This is material that my children are finding around the house. I just want this man to just let us go.
In Britain, 40% of Muslims now want Sharia to be a part of British law. In some Muslim countries under Sharia, adulterers can be stoned to death and thieves can have their hands cut off.
Yes, we want to offer it to the British society. If they don't accept it, they would need more and more prisons.
Unknown to many, this parallel legal system is already here, ruling on people's lives and sorting out their problems. As the number of Muslim divorces grow, Britain's Sharia courts are now taking the flak.
There's no way that I would like to even see that man again.
Is Islamic law in this country a force for good and here to stay?
Sharia is knocking at the door of Britain.
For the very first time, we go inside Britain's busiest Sharia court.
Please, I beg you, give me back my sanity.
But where has he been? His family been?
He's not there.
Yeah, but it's too late now. It's too late. You can't have God now.
In Regent's Park Mosque, central London, on the last Wednesday of each month, Britain's oldest Islamic court is in session. It's been running for 25 years, ruling on all aspects of Muslim life.
But it was not a forced marriage.
Arranged first marriage.
Arranged marriage, not forced marriage.
Arranged first marriage.
आप ये बताएं कि 15 साल या 20 साल पहले जो रहे हैं 15 साल वो फोर्स नहीं थे मेरे साथ ठीक ठाक रही.
Presiding are sheikhs, respected members of the Muslim community with intimate knowledge of Islamic law. Their rulings are not recognised by British law, but for the Muslim community, their judgments are the word of God.
Expediting this matter, you can wait.
Yeah, good. Why wait when he's not making it? We've already been 2 years separate and nobody's made an effort and I'm living on income support. Why should I keep on cutting on income support and he's living his life?
One of the court's most senior judges is Maulana Abu Saeed. Today he's chairing the court.
For you and for your children, Allah should provide for you this.
They're dealing with a growing problem in the Muslim community and one which makes up 95% of their work: divorce.
We are not here to play with anybody's life.
As British subjects, a civil decree is the only valid legal divorce available, but for most Muslims, a religious divorce is also essential.
Today it was said that you should make a decision.
Give him 3 months, and in the meantime, if nothing
If
happens,
you wanted to make it work, they should have done it at the beginning. This is now you're just giving this time. That's all. I'm not saying anything.
we are representatives of the words of God. We interpret the words of God. The main motive has been that we should help Muslim people resolve their problems, disputes. That's why compromise, counseling are our tools. On many occasions, these worked and worked successfully.
Reflecting society as a whole, divorce amongst Britain's Muslims is rising. Traditional value systems involving family honour, imported from the Indian subcontinent, are under attack. A new generation of young British Muslims are now trying to forge their own British Islamic identity. They're turning to Sharia law to help them decipher what is Islam and what is culture. It's a confusion that's tearing at the heart of traditional Muslim family life and destroying thousands of marriages. Imran Iqbal is 27, and like the majority of young British Muslims destined to appear before the court, he's of Pakistani origin. Imran may have been born in Britain, but in keeping with strong cultural traditions, his family selected his bride, his cousin Nasra, in Pakistan. Imran says family pressure forced him to marry a woman that he didn't love and has almost led to the breakdown of his marriage.
In the beginning, I told my dad, yeah, you messed up my life. Because he told me to get married to someone. I did the nikah, but I wanted to get out. My dad said, you can't get out now. Once you've done it, you've done it. And I said, that was, really, messed up my future. And I even told her.
Culturally, there is intense pressure for Imran and Nasra to stay together for the sake of family honour. 6 years and 3 children later, they're about to turn to the Sharia court to help save their marriage. When the court's not in session, the sheikhs from the Islamic Sharia Council work out of a converted corner shop in Leighton, East London.
You pray 5 times a day. What you do now as well, increase your acts of ibadah, because Allah put you in this situation and He's the only one that can take you out of it.
It is one of dozens of Islamic courts throughout the country and a registered charity, funded by donations and staffed by volunteers.
Most of the time we are corresponding with the spouses of the women, that the women are seeking divorce from you. What are your views? They seek guidance. And some people have matrimonial disputes among themselves. They want some reconciliation between their husband and wife. So things like that.
Using their detailed knowledge of Sharia law, the sheikhs offer spiritual, not legally binding guidance on all aspects of people's lives, from what they can eat and drink to how they should pray. Vital in Britain, where culture and religion are so often confused.
2 different people, his ideals about life, and he comes from a different cultural background which is not the same as me. And I don't understand his logic and his understanding. It's not worked, to the point I had a mental breakdown, just totally collapsed.
That's why we step in. I have to support my daughter. Yeah, I have to support my daughter. I don't want to lose her.
Inshallah, you will regain her. Only problem, both of them are still under the same roof. Court has to.
It's very difficult for
court has to decide about the house. In most of our activities, especially in the social arena, most of them are to do with local, not only culture, local custom, local tradition, age-old tradition coming from forefathers, and nothing to do with the teachings of Islam or with the human considerations at all.
Imran's story began 6 years ago on a visit to Pakistan. Following in the tradition of many young British Pakistani Muslims, his family took him back home to find him a wife.
Yeah, because when I was younger, I thought, I'll just go back home, get married. Like you see in the films, you see like your brothers or your cousins, stuff like that, normal. That's how I wanted it, to be honest. But it's like the biladri, the people, relatives back home, they actually pounce on you once you go there. Once you know there's a Britisher, probably can smell you a mile away in Pakistan. And so I went there, innocently, just looking around, and all of a sudden, next thing I know, I ended up getting married to someone. We're Muslims as well as British, so we've actually got 2 sides. We actually go with the flow, in England, see what's happening here, and we've got to look after the relatives back home as well. I really don't blame my family, because they had something like an honour, and I respected that as well, because that's why, my dad said, don't give a divorce in Pakistan, keep my respect. So that's why I went along with the marriage, and I came here and actually called it here as well.
After they were married, Nasra joined Imran in the UK 5 years ago. Away from her family and unable to speak a word of English, she's completely dependent on Imran.